it's so good now as we are just 5 minutes into the time already. So I'm heading directly to my charts, and I just to show us the beautiful things I have for us today. So once and again, I welcome everyone to this live analysis section sponsored by Bureau Fundings. So you all are welcome, and I'm glad that you all came through, and it's so beautiful to have every one of you here with me. Thank you for joining, and I hope you stay tuned to the words to the end. So join me as I go directly to my chat. Okay. So yes, if you had noticed and noticed again, you would I'm doing this on purpose. I'm showing us US oil first because live and direct here, we called it out on Tuesday. Okay, if you were in this live stream section with us on Tuesday, this would not be it would not be uncommon to you. So yes, we called this live and direct. Yes, on Tuesday, US oil was trading somewhere around here, and even before then, our previous section, and again, I think I've been saying this for a number of days ago, and I think I'm still going to say it now, that I'm so happy that we are posting these videos. We are posting them on our YouTube channel, and by that it shows that we can track these videos, we can track our analysis, we can track them back. And if we can track them back, definitely I can be sure that we have a track record of success, because there are many of these things we talk about, and it's not just like a one-off thing. We are talking about them and it's just going off away. No. So you can, at times, if you miss it, you can go back. Because why do you have to go back? Because you are sure that, okay, yes, this live analysis section has a track record of success. Okay, that it has a track record of what success. So yes, last week, if not last 2 weeks, when a US oil was still trading around this area, yes, where maybe some people were not even sure if it was buying or it was selling. Okay, yeah. So I said that US oil was going to come into this base, and that to also give like a third touch on this trend line. We really analyze it, and I'm trying to take my time to talk about it, to see that we don't just come to just flex knowledge here. We are trying to just analyze how technical analysts should see things the way the market is, because you don't dictate for the market. You actually wait to market to lead, and you follow. Of course, the market has to be your friend. So on what we saw rather on US oil, it was clear that yes, okay, maybe let me just show us again. I'm not actually analyzing this like a trade to take now. I'm just trying to let us see what happened the last time and how we can join in if you are yet to join in. Of course, the temporary sell has closed, okay, and now we are open on the buy. So yes, we are able to analyze US oil that yes, from this base that it has been what's buying. You can see how impulsive this movement has been from the base here to this top. So you can imagine, and of course, you know that I come to the bigger time frame so that we can see things in the bigger way. So do you see, this is just the monthly. I'll be breaking down to the lower time frames, and you see how it has been able to move from zone to zone, yet to the next zone. Okay, went and come to form a retest, moved to the next zone, broke this zone, went to the upside, came back for a retest, moved to the next zone, came back for another retest, broke this place, moved to the next zone. So you see that the movement of oil has been from zone to zone. And so, of course, we are sure that the overall movement of US oil is a bullish run. That is, US oil is on a bullish run. And of course, as we saw it move from this zone to this zone, we saw a pattern formed at the major resistance zone. And when it was formed, we saw it break and come into the next base of the support zone, broke to the downside, retested, came into the next one. Now, while it came to the next one, we saw a number of period of weeks. Yes. And the last time we spoke about it, that it was nothing less than 4 to 5 to 6 months, if we are not wrong, of how oil was just consolidating from this top, to this base, from this top to this base, between a support zone to a resistance. And it took a number of months, a number of weeks, a number of days. And finally, recently, it broke it to the upside. And when it broke to the upside, we anticipated that yes, we are very sure this man or this guy or whatsoever you want to call US oil in this case, we are so sure that yes, it should move back into the this resistance zone to the top. We are quite sure that he should do that. But before he actually embark on that, we anticipated rather that it should come into this it should come into this support zone. Now let's go to the daily to see things better. Now, coming into daily, we picked we picked our trend line from the recent swing low. Okay, yes, from the recent swing low, and we joined our trend line from the low to the next week, and even we just drew it. So our trend line has been here. It has been actively here. It has been actively even before the market fell back into the support zone. And we actually had three confirmations that actually guided our speculations. Yes, you heard that correctly. We had three confirmations that guided our speculations. And number one was, the movement of the higher high and the higher low. So yes, we saw from this low move to the higher high and came to higher low, formed another one again. So we expected another higher low, before it create another movement of higher high. And so the creation of this higher low would be a touch of the broken resistance zone, would be a touch at that support. Okay, would be a touch, and will also give us a touch. And I've said it again and again, the third touch on the trend line is the most impulsive movement of the trade. Okay, yes. For every trade, for every currency you see, you don't want to joke with the third touch of the trend line. So when you see a first touch, when you see you can still joke with the first, you can still joke with the second, but you don't want to joke with the third. So we have anticipated this so much that we don't want to joke with the third. So yes, we just we called it out that yes, people can just take a temporary sell, which was from somewhere around there, and look at where it is presently today. Look at where it is presently. So it has been able, and this is not even the first of such with us here. This is not the first, this is not the second of calling out. It might take weeks, but they are going to see it play out so well. So yes, definitely now, at last, it's presently at where we have speculated it to be. It's presently at where we have speculated it to be. So now, what is the next thing? The next thing, of course, is to see it move to the upside, as it has given us three confirmations to our speculation that it should come to form a higher low. It should come to give us a third touch on the trend line. And also, yes, our Fibonacci. I needed to show us that. Yes, we had our Fibonacci too. Yes, we had our Fibonacci. That it was going to be around the okay. It was going to be around. You will notice that also at that area is where we are having our 50 to our 61 Fibonacci area. So you can see so many confluence. You can see a confluence that with so many confirmations. You can see it's all pointing to that. Yes, we just needed it to come into this base and give us a bullish reversal pattern. Now, what we are expecting presently. Now, please, I want to urge everyone who is in this space and in this meeting particularly, please, you are very sure US oil will be embarking on a very impulsive buy, okay? But please do not jump into it with haste. Make sure you see a very clean bullish reversal pattern before you join it, because there are tendency of manipulation. Now, when does the market makers manipulate market? They manipulate market when the market trends or trades around a zone. When the market is around a support area, a resistance area, a demand zone, a supply zone, or all those things, because almost everybody can see it, almost everybody can identify. It's almost like one of the basics when you want to come into the Forex market. So it's almost like a basic that almost everybody can identify they can identify a support here, they can identify a resistance here, and those things are so. There tend to be so many manipulations around that. They tend to be, they are trying to induce either sellers or buyers. They're just trying to induce them and take many people out and take them out, make them lose their account so that they don't even have the money to trade when it wants to begin to flow in the direction. So there are going to be a lot of manipulations around this place, and there might not be. So what I'm just saying basically is make sure that you see it form, see it close. Don't assume that it will form. Don't assume that it will close. Okay. Don't assume that yes, it's going to touch it and just form. And of course, you don't even know if you still want to steep in a bit to the lower side, just come and form a longer wick and what. So let us see it. Let us see it. Let us see it form a what? A bullish reversal pattern. And we are going to join it, because as it is, it's still what? It's still trading and trading around the theory confirmation we had for our speculation to the what? To downside. Don't forget, the sell was just a temporary one. Yes, the overall movement, the overall speculation is still what? It's still a bullish one, it's still a buy. And now we expect it to begin to what? Give us patterns and creation for a what? For a bullish one. So that's that for that on US soil. I want to show us something new. Okay, yes, US 32. Let me just speak briefly of US 30. We spoke about US 30 the last time too. And I said yes that if I see the market closes below what's it called, this support zone, that I would not be interested in the sell, because I still feel like it should be a buy and all, because of the overall movement of what we see on the monthly and on the weekly. We have seen US 30 moving from zone to zone, and it has been creating higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. So, and don't forget that it is the bigger time frame that controls the smaller time frame. Okay, so the bigger time frame are the one that moves. And if you are seeing things from the bigger picture, you would not just be taking off, you would be able to go along and in line. Okay, you would be able to go along and in line. So from the bigger time frame, we feel, and from what we can see, we analyze from what we can see. So we feel, and from what we can see, we feel that US 30 should be able to still continue its bullish run without itches. But as it is presently, it's looking like yes, it is sell, and I am not giving a overly sure verdict on US soil that it is just a buy, but I'm quite convinced, and I'll give it to like a 70 to 80% that US 30 should still be a buy. You know why? Because as it is presently, let me show us this. You need to see this. Okay, I'm going to show us on the weekly. Okay, please stay with me to the end of this video, because it's very important you see everything I want to show you. Okay, now you will see that from the weekly, I'm trying to show us this because like I've said, the bigger time frames are the big guys. Okay, they tend to control what happened on the smaller time frame. So yes, when you see a pattern that is being created on the smaller time frame and on the bigger time frame, it has a higher tendency to hold. It has a higher tendency to play out on the bigger time frame to the smaller time frame. So if you can look in closely and see, you would see that the market presently had it run in impulsive run to the upside, and coming back into the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area. So you will still see that it is still within this box, and there is still so much of possibility to happen. Okay, there's still, so as it is, I am not even never interested in the sale of US 30, and I don't want even anybody to be trapped. Okay, I don't even want anybody to be trapped. Okay, so as long as it is still around this place, what I would just say that yes, most times when the market comes back into the Fibonacci area, it comes to form a pattern. So yes, wait for the pattern. The pattern might not necessarily be on the daily, it might just be on the 4 hours. But on the daily, if you are not seeing a pattern, make sure you see a bullish reversal pattern. Make sure you see it. Now, when I spoke about this support area the last time, I said make sure you see, and you see that nothing happened here. And of course, nobody opted into the buy. So yes, as nothing has happened, they also make sure you see it. If it's not going to buy, it's not going to form. Okay, if it's not going to buy, it's not going to form. If it forms, it means that you are not going to see a full bullish reversal pattern. But when you see a full bullish reversal pattern, then it definitely means that okay, it is ready to buy. So as it is, okay, wait and be patient to see it form a bullish reversal pattern. And of course, you can go to the 4 hours to check for pattern. Yes, you can go to the 4 hours to check for. As you can even see, it is actually creating. Let me zoom in so that we can see in closely a bit. Okay, as you can see, it's looking like already it has formed a W pattern. It's looking like that. It has formed a W pattern, and of course broke it to the upside a bit, just a bit, and came in back into the neckline, and it's looking like he's already doing like a break of the neckline, and it returns back into the neckline. Well, if this engulf it to the upside, okay, that will be like confirmation one that yes, it's beginning to look like what we want. But the most conservative way I want us to get into the market is even the counter trend line, but I don't even want to talk about that now, because that's even going to be quite a way far away from where it is present now. But the most second conservative way is to see US 30 on the daily time frame, to see it engulf to the upside. I don't want to waste our time on this because I spoke about this the last time. So let me go to NZUSD, because you need to see this. Yes, you need to see this. Okay, so NZUSD on our, let me quickly go to the weekly time frame. And I've spoken about this too for a couple of times again and again, but I think I have to speak about it too. So yes, it's a bearish market. It's been selling for a numbers of weeks and numbers of days. And now we had a major consolidation here. And like I said, for every impulsive movement in the market, there is a need for what consolidation or what retracement. So as we can see, the market is taking a rest presently, but almost ready for the next movement. Don't forget, NFP is coming tomorrow. And don't also forget that fundamentals, yes, listen to this way, fundamentals are catalysts. They are just like a push for what? For the technical analysis. Okay, so fundamentals they are more like coming. So that technical analysis you've been anticipating, you have seen and you are waiting for. Fundamentals are just like to give you a push towards to let the market move in your direction. That is when you get it right. Okay, that's when you get it right. So of course there could be decisiveness, there could be manipulations and all, but basically fundamentals are just catalysts for what technical analysis. So yes, we have seen NZUSD selling, and what's it doing presently? Okay, what's it doing presently? It's been moving from one box to the other, and you would see this. I say this, some people don't even know. Today, some people are selling NZUSD, tomorrow they are buying. Today they are selling, tomorrow they are buying. How long will you even do this? How long will you even do this? So you need to be sure of what the market is. The market ready to move? What's the market doing presently? So as it is, you would see that the market is actually caged in a consolidation. So the market has been consolidating. We need the market to break. But as we anticipate that the market breaks, something is happening already, and it's already looking like the market is ready to move to the downside. And if this market moves to the downside, I've told us our overall profit target will be around the next zone here, which is nothing less than 350 to 400 pips away. And that's a lot of pips to catch in. That's a lot of pips to catch in, either for our challenge account or for our funded account. And many of the times we come to say this, it looks like, oh, it's a longer period of time. Oh, it will take so long. Now, you would need to go back to 2 weeks ago to see some of the things we called. And just 2 weeks, you see how they have been able to play out. Now, if you had been able to have that patience of those things we called that from last 2 weeks, or even the end of last 2 weeks, you could have seen, the numbers of pips you could have been able to bargain. So patience and risk management are very, very necessary in this FS game. So I'm calling this out here again. This will be recorded to be posted live on our YouTube channel. But before that, two things has to happen, and one has happened already. Yes, this is a counter trend line within this consolidation, and we have seen it broken. But as it has broken, it is also giving us a retest on the trend line. But if only it engulfs to the downside, that is when we will be interested. Okay, that is when we'll be interested. Yes, something has been happening on the 4 hours, and let me show us that. Okay, make sure you stay tuned with me, please. Stay tuned with me. We just have a few minutes to go, but that few minutes, make sure it just counts, because I want you to really, really get and understand what I have for us here. So now you would see that on the 4 hours and even on the daily, look at how it has been going from one. Sorry, please. I want you to see this clearly. Look at how it has been moving back and forth. It's like no way. It's just doing this today, doing another one tomorrow. It's been taking people out on buy, taking people out on sell, taking people out on buy. It makes you feel like it's selling today. It makes you feel like it's buying tomorrow. It makes you feel like now. The only thing that will get us interested in this, like I've said, on the daily to see a bearish engulfing pattern to the downside. But on the 4 hours, it's looking like it's already, and I think I'm interested. It's looking like it already, because you can see that, okay, yes, it has been able to break it to the downside, and we tested it and engulfed to the downside. But yes, this can be classified already that it is good to sell. But I'll be quite conservative on this, because if you go to the daily, like I said, I still expect that it gives us a proper reversal bearish pattern before it goes to the downside. But yes, on these 4 hours, everything is looking so right. Even when I went to the 15 minutes, because on the 15 minutes, I like to do this. Yes, I like to see a pattern and I like to see a retest. So on the 15 minutes, same on that counter trend line, I've been able to see a pattern, which is the M pattern, and I've also been able to see a retest. Even on the retest, it also formed another pattern. Okay, so everything is looking so good for what? For NZD USD to what? To sell. Everything is looking so good. But my only contingency for NZD USD is what? The Fibonacci. Okay, so, and if you want to get into the sell, probably now, I want you to consider the Fibonacci, because it might, that, like I said, this is a contingency. And of course, you should approach your trading this way. When everything looks too good for you to take, also look at that thing that is not so good in what you have analyzed. Okay, look at what you need to pay attention to. So what you might need to pay attention to presently might be what? This 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area, because this guy can still come into this place to just come and touch or come and form a pattern before it goes down. And only the daily can save off that mess. Only the daily. So if you can have enough patience, which you are of course expected to have, you can have enough patience, which you are expected to have. If you can see a bearish engulfing candle or a bearish pattern to the downside, reversal pattern to the downside, then I'm telling you, you are good to go. Now it's about to break off this consolidation. This consolidation is the era of this consolidation is about to come to an end. So it's about to break off to the downside and it's about to sell. Don't even sleep on it. You can see for how long it was. Okay, let me go back to the major consolidation. You could see for how long it was consolidating, moving back and forth, and you could see when it was ready, when it gave a third touch on the trend line. Look at how it sold to the downside, just selling, giving red candles, giving bearish candles repeatedly. So just giving bearish candles repeatedly again and again. So almost the same thing will be happening here. If we see it clear, to the downside, you will just see it moving, moving, and you're like, wait for me. And like, no. While I was actually calling you, while I was calling your phone, you were not picking. Now I'm gone and you cannot meet up with me. Don't mind me. I'm just using you have to just create a scenario in our head. So that's that for what? NZD USD. And the last one I want to show us for today. Okay, the last one I want to show us for today is AUD USD. Okay, AUD USD. And AUD USD, last time we spoke about it, we said, let me show us on the weekly. Of course, it's also a sell. It has a little correlation with what? Okay, that the correlation with NZD USD. And we said the only time we'll be interested in AUD USD is to see that, yes, this counter trend line is being broken to the downside. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Okay, sorry for that. I had a network English. So please, if you can hear me, please can you just type a comment in the chat box? Please just type a comment in the chat box. If you can still hear me and still see my screen, please, I need you. If you are following me, can still hear me and see my screen, please just type something in the chat box. I need to know. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, awesome, beautiful. So yeah, this is it on NZD AUD USD rather. This is it on AUD USD. So I said we're going to be only interested in seeing if it breaks to the downside, and this is on the weekly and it's forming presently. Okay, so when we go to the daily, what were we seeing? Now you see that on the daily, okay, on the daily, it has conveniently, now when I say conveniently, it means without stress. Okay, it has been able to what? I think I have to adjust this support so that it can accommodate the other weeks. Okay, so it has been able to what? To break it, and you would see it, created it to the downside, created another a very full grown don't mind me saying full grown, a very full grown bearish candle under, under the range, under the consolidation area, and even under the support zone. And even after that, we are seeing a retest. A retest is happening presently. We are seeing a retest back into that area. Oh wow, this is beautiful. We are seeing a retest back into that area, and as it has even engulfed it on the 4 hours. So now you might expect it to form a M pattern here. It might choose it to form, and it might not choose it to form. So one of the ways to get into this market, yes, because we are quite sure that AUD should be what should be selling. Because the counter trend line is a very conservative way to get into the market. So one of the way you can get into the market is to see that the bearish pattern is being confirmed on the daily. We see it confirmed to the downside. Of course, like I said, you have to be careful because tomorrow is NFP. There are times that you are so sure that the market is going to move in so direction, but because you anticipate too fast and too quick, you get to miss out. You get your hands burn out before you even get to be able to eat your food. So you can imagine that you have a very sweet food to eat, but because you are in a haste, then you have to go and dip your hand. You are not quite patient. You have to go and dip your hand inside the hot water or your hot soup, and you just get your hand hot, and you see that by that, of course, if it's a food that you don't have to use. Sorry, there are some foods, yes, especially in Nigeria and some other countries, that you don't just have to use maybe your spoon and forks, because if you really, really want to enjoy them, you have to use them. And you see this so well, even if it's going to be a spoon of fork, you imagine that if your hand is not in a very good condition, it's not going to give you a good handling of your spoon and fork. So what I'm just saying presently is that take your time and have patience. When you know it's going to do so, does not mean you should move into the market blindly. So yes, on the daily, expect a bearish reversal pattern to the downside, a continuation, like as it has done in retail, let it engulf to the downside, let it engulf to the downside. And of course, on the 4 hours, we are seeing almost like a very clean one. But yes, I would still say that, take your time. And if you want to enter into the market now, make sure that the SL you are using, where your stop loss will be, make sure that it can accommodate. It can accommodate, it could come. Yes, I'm just saying this from past experience. It could come as a to come as a end pattern. Even within the space, it could come as an end pattern within the space. Just make sure that your Excel can accommodate, and you're not like, oh, I said it was going to, and just coming to buy and hold, so that you can avoid rather stories that touches the eye. Okay, now let me show us something why I'm saying that you should be able to use something that will accommodate. Now you can imagine, see when AUD/USD broke off from from this support zone, and look, the first time he came into that place, he retested on the 4 hours. Look how sweet it was, and he went to the 100% retracement again, came back into it. Now look at the green candle. It would have taken so many people out here, and look at, it was on the second retest he began to sell, began to sell, and began to sell. Okay, let me show us another example again. Okay, look at it from here again. Look at how he broke to the downside. He went into that place to come and form a retest. He came for the retest one. He went to the downside. And again, after the retest, he suddenly just pushed to the upside again. He just want to take people and push to the upside again before he started. You see that it was on the second retest. It just started selling down so well. So I'm just saying this for that we can be careful. It's looking all sweet and very, very sweet and so attractive for you to get in. It's calling you, come. Okay, as it's calling you, come. Make sure that you are trying to be patient. You are trying to see things from how it has moved in the past, so that you will be able to dictate your next movement. So expect, I'm not saying it to happen, but it's possible that the end pattern can happen at this supply zone. It's possible that the pattern can happen at this supply. And if it does not happen, wait for it to break this counter trend line on the 4 hours. And if you don't do that, wait for it to form a bearish engulfing candle on the daily before you expect the proper movement. And of course, as it does that, the next movement or the overall target, is going to be at this base first. Yes, somewhere around 0.62, and that's nothing less than 150 to 200 pips away. And the overall target let me show us on the weekly, because AUD/USD like a round figure, it should be around 0.6000. So that's nothing less than 350 to 400 pips away. So that's that for today. And it's so good. I think I have to give a shout out to everybody who has come to join us. That's that for today. We've been able to see how US dollar has been able to move, and we've been able to see how US start is faring to, and we've been able to expose and enlighten us about what NZD/USD and even AUD/USD, so that you are not caught in the middle of the falling of a knife. So that's that for that. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Luke. Mr. Luke, thank you for coming. It's so beautiful to have you as one of the admins, and even the support. You've been so supportive and all. And thank you so much, Land of the Rising. It's beautiful having you here again. I'm quite familiar with that name. Thank you. All is well. I think I like the context of your name. All is well. All definitely has to be well. And thank you, Mr. Ruben. It's beautiful having you here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So I catch you here again on. So yes, I catch you again here, same time, same place on Thursday. Trade safe, be good, and have a nice day. Thank you everyone for joining. Catch you on Thursday. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day too.